Yeah, man. Shout out to Tisha the Braid.
Subscribe to me.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tisha the Brave. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing okay. I ain't talking to you, or you, because you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, I ain't talking to you. I'm not doing it. Subscribe to my channel and join the Bravers, which is the family name for my channel. Now, before we even get into the video, let me just say this as well. There will be bonus content on Patreon for those who have donated to my Patreon account. Those people who actually help me out deserve bonus content. So I'm just letting you know. Also, just check out my tiers on my Patreon account. There are some things that I do on the side and help a sister out. Just letting you know. Alright, moving on. Today I'm talking about the mistakes I've made with my locks and how I've learned from them and what I do now. So let's get into it because we ain't got time, you ain't got time, anybody got time. Okay, the first mistake I made was not drying my locks properly. And I know I've said this a million times on my channel, but I'll continue to say it because it's so important. Dry your locks. Don't air dry them. You're going to get molds. You're going to get molds, okay? And I've been a victim of smelling. I was like, what is it? It smells a bit funky. What's going on? And the reason I say that is because think about it. Think about it. Damp and dark equals mold. Damp and dark. Can light shine through this all the way? No. You have to remember that, okay? So you have to dry your hair. If you're worried about heat damage, then just put it on a lower setting. But dry your damn hair. Oh my god, you will get molds. Like, how many times I have to tell you, look? Another thing that I did that was wrong, adding oil to my hair while it was like fully wet. So when I first was freeforming, I washed it and then I added oil like straight away to it afterwards, thinking, yeah, it's gonna soak up all the wetness and stuff like that. How? That's how you get mold, because you're sealing in the water when this should be dry. My god. Now, there's nothing wrong with putting oil in your hair. There's nothing wrong with that. But spritz the water instead of like having it soaking wet. Because the oil does need something to hold on to. So it does need a little bit of water. But it doesn't need that much water because your hair ultimately needs to be on the dry side. Okay? Remember that. When you have locks, you ultimately want it to be on the dry side. Now, you can tell between a moisturized lock and just a dry, dirty lock, yeah? But like, that's what I'm saying. Just moisturize it to the point, like, I can feel it now. I'm like, yes, my hair is moisturized. You can tell the difference between a dry, dirty lock and like a nice moisturized lock. And they're both ultimately dry, but one is drier than the other. You get it? Like, one's cracker dry. Like, ooh, that sounded racist. I was talking about like crackers as in like, you know, the crackers that you eat. Like, that's what I was saying. I wasn't trying to be racist. But one of them is dry, like a Rivita biscuit, yeah? And the other one is like, I don't know what kind of dry we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on from that. Anyway. Oh, this one's so important. Okay, so soap bars. I made the mistake by purchasing, and I wish I had it because I finished it. I had a soap bar. Now, this soap bar that I had, yeah, it wasn't black soap that I was using for a while. I switched over to this lemon bar soap that I got from this woman who sells them, right? And she makes them herself and it's great. Now, she put so much oil in the bar that I didn't need to condition my hair afterwards. It was actually so conditioned. And I was thinking, alright, this is cool. Now, I kept using this soap bar weekly because I wash my hair weekly and I don't care what any of y'all say. I do it. I don't care. I like my hair, what's that word? Clean. Okay, so anyway, sorry, I've got a sore throat. But anyways, I did this weekly, washing my hair weekly with this shampoo bar. Cool. And I noticed every time I noticed, even when I just wet it, I would see cloudy water coming from my locks. You know when you get the cloudy water dripping. I'm like, what is this? It was the residual oil from the soap. It was overly oiled. And so I was like, oh no, I got it from the soap bar. So that day I actually had to go and do an ACV rinse. I had to do an apple cider vinegar rinse. Had to do an apple cider vinegar rinse to make sure that I got everything out. And once I did that, I saw the amount of buildup of oil. So be careful with shampoo bars. Be careful because they might have too much oil in them, and you need a controlled amount of oil. Too much tension in your hair. Now I know I've got Freeform Locs. I don't retwist, as you can see. I don't retwist, yeah. But if I put my hair up here, if I put my hair up and I have my hair bands with me, or my head ties, or even my head wraps, or anything like that, if they're too tight, I feel it. And not only that, you can see the residual hair. Now I've already got a big forehead. Now can you imagine if it went all the way back, yeah? I would look like some alien. So be careful with the amount of tension you put on your hair, because ultimately you might end up bald. And you'll end up like one of those people, yeah, who have Freeform Locs, who have like that start there. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want to be the person who's walking around looking like a granddad who's trying to hold on to their hair, innit? Don't do that. Adding hair wax or butters to your hair. Now again, this is going along the same lines of like having too much in your hair. Ultimately, these need to be like, there's a misconception that that locks have to be heavy no matter how long they are. That's not true. Your locks are heavy not because they're long. Your locks are heavy because there's too much dirt in them. There's too much dirt in them. When my hair is dirty, it feels heavy. And when you do an ACV rinse, it feels light. You need to feel like, if your hair's feeling heavy, it's not because they're combined or they're locked. That's not the case. It's because you're putting too much in it. So if you're putting wax, if you're putting butters, like any type of shea butter or what, or hair wax, or you cannot do that. You must stop. Please don't do it. Stop it. Stop. Put it down. Put down the shea butter. Shea butter does not belong in locks. It does not belong in locks. Too heavy. It will clog it, and then you'll have heavy locks and you wonder why. And also, oh my days, while on the subject of this, yeah, let me just say this, yeah, because I forgot, yeah. If you actually like put if you don't dry your locks properly and you're letting them air dry, yeah, it will be prone to more lint. That is the problem. You'll be prone to more lint because the lint will be able to trap in easier. It's like if you roll on the carpet after your hair's completely wet, you'll get all that lint from your carpet stuck into your locks. Now sometimes I see people with locks, yeah, and I see them walking around with heavy bits of lint in it. It's because they're not drying their hair properly. Mark my words, it's because you're not drying your hair properly. And this doesn't go for just Freeform Locs. This goes for anybody with locks, period. Dry your hair. Dry it! How many times have I got to say it? How many videos do I have to say it in? Dry your hair. It's not hard. Dry your hair, okay? If you can afford to wash it, you can afford to dry it, please. My last lock mistake that I did, and I'ma come in close, is I didn't start them sooner. I should have started them sooner. This is the most easiest breeziest, the most easy breezy portion of my life. This are having these babies and just waking up in the morning and not worrying about what the hell I'm gonna do. Like, I love them. L-O-V-E, I love them. Oh yes I do. Yes I do. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, a share, a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Don't forget to donate to my Patreon account. Check out my Patreon account. And like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys so much. Peace and blessings and all that good stuff. Yeah, love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.